Hey everyone, it's Kimberly and I'm back with you again because I am back from my 3-week vacation, which was absolutely amazing in more ways than you guys could ever understand. And stay tuned for a video on that coming out eventually, because there should be one courtesy of my fabulous boyfriend who was recording the moments and going to be editing them all together, and then I will be hopefully posting it on my channel for everyone to see. Anyways, today I am going to be kind of starting like a 3-part series kind of thing. Not really, you don't have to watch them in order or anything to understand what's going on, but I wanted to talk about my first year experience in university. Now, that being said, this video is going to be like the experience as a whole. My next video would be the experience on living in residence, and then my third video would be about my fabulous roommate that I got paired with for my first year of university. That being said, I just want to jump right into talking about my experience during my first year of university. I have actually just finished my second year of university, so I'm a bit late recording this video about my experiences because they're not all fresh in my mind, but I do remember a lot of it. I was going through so many different changes at the time, and it's led me to where I am now. And it was good, but it had its downsides as well. I had to move cities for university. As I mentioned, I lived in residence, which meant I was no longer near my mom, which was super weird because I've lived with her my entire first 18 years of my life, and then now I was moving to this huge city where I don't know anyone really. No one from my school was going to the school that I go to, and so I was really just on my own. I had met a couple people online who were going to my school, but I didn't really become close to a lot of them except for my one friend, and that was great, but it's like it just kind of made it all very scary and nerve-wracking. And moving to a big city, like I live in a city of I think 3 million now compared to my small little town of 30,000. So that's a huge difference. Like, the busy times in my city were like the super slow times where I'm living now. And it just makes for a much different scene. Like, in a big city, there's so many different transportation options. I have subways, streetcars, buses, and there's like hundreds of routes, and I can get from place A to place B no problem. In my original city where I come from, we have like 5 bus routes. They all meet in the center and then they go their own way. So it's like really long to get anywhere. I could walk from place A to place B in the same amount of time that I have to commute on a subway going from place A to place B. So it's just very different. My first year of university was pretty good. I only failed 1 class, unfortunately, but I made up for it and passed it second year, so we're all good. We're slowly getting back on track. We're just 1 class behind right now, but we can easily make up for it next year. Woo. But it was hard adjusting, honestly. I only had classes 4 days a week, which was nice, and the one day it was only a 1-hour class, and all I had to do was go in and do a quiz every week, so it wasn't too bad first semester. First semester I passed all my classes. I didn't do as great as I wish I would have, and I'm still slowly getting up to that mark. I did a lot better in my most recent semester than I did before, and especially compared to last year. I'm bringing my GPA up slowly, and I've been working hard to do so. My first year of university, I made quite a few friends. My program's not huge, but it's also not small either. So it was easy to make friends. But I actually like shifted my friends a lot between first year to now. Like, I'm still friends with the same people from first year, but it's like I don't talk to them as often. And even outside of school, it's so weird because I never see these people really. It's just like they're school friends, you know? I have to say though, a big shift for me was the classes, because it's like you're going from having 6 hours of class a day, about an hour 15 per class, and you're just having these, usually for me it's 3 hour chunks of classes. Very few of my classes actually get split up into the 2 hours and 1 hour section. A lot of them are the 3 hours, and that's hard sometimes. My first day of university, I had a 12-hour day. I had a class from 9 to 12, a break from 12 to 3, and then a class from 3 to 6, and then a class from 6 to 9. And that was so hard, and that was my first day of university ever. And my first class was in the movie theater because my school doesn't have enough school, so they rent out the movie theater for classes. And my first class was in the movie theater, and I could not stop almost falling asleep because it was just, we're sitting in these comfy ass chairs and everyone is like bored because they don't really know what's going on, or they just know too much and all these other things. So it's just like everyone's trying not to fall asleep, and it's just ridiculous. Anyways, when I was about 2 months into my university, my first year university experience, I had actually met my boyfriend. And because of that, I was coming to, well, where I am now, so much more often than staying at home. And because of this, I wasn't going to classes as often as I should be, because it was like, from commuting here to school is about 30-40 minutes on a good day, depending. And before I was, well, I still did technically live in residence, but I was on campus. So I could easily get to classes by waking up 5 minutes before they started. No worries, you know? So it was just not a bad thing on my part. I would never say that coming here was a bad thing on my part. Like, I like it here and I like my boyfriend, but it just made going in classes so much more hard. And that overall really affected my grades because I wasn't going to class, so I wasn't understanding things that we were doing because I wasn't getting the explanation that we would get in class, and then I was teaching myself the whole curriculum basically, and it just wasn't great for me. And I really wish I hadn't been skipping classes, but it was like, on top of that, I was also working, and some days I would work at like 6 a.m. and that just really like affected my job, you know, or affected my schoolwork and stuff. Overall, I had a pretty good first year experience for university. I am now doing so much better, like I mentioned before, because I'm kind of used to what's going on, and I'm able to better understand and motivate myself to do the things that I need to do, because I am in the program that I'm in because I want to do what I'm doing as a career. And it's not like those people who just look up the program that they can get the highest paying job with. No, I'm not in my program for the money, which is a good thing because my program doesn't make a lot of money. And I'm in it for the long run. This is what I want to do. This is what I'm focused on. This is what I need to be focused on. And I just think that now I'm doing so much better than first year. It took a lot of getting adjusted to. I know I had a freak out before classes even started because I missed my mom. And it was just so weird because I was not near her all the time. I had gone from seeing her every day basically for 18 years of my life to seeing her once every couple months. And it's just such a weird feeling. Yeah, other than that, university has been great, and first year was interesting, to say the least. But yeah, so that was kind of like a little breakdown of my first year experience in university. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I would love to hear some of your experiences in university or college or wherever you are, because I know it's so different for everyone. And I know a lot of people who are commuters, so they still live at home, and it's so different depending on the person, who they are, where they live, all these different things. And I would love to hear your guys' experience. So let me know in the comments below, and I hope to see you all next week for a brand new video. Bye guys!